What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very sad day. I am not excited at all to make this video, but I'm putting it together and we're gonna do it anyways. As you guys know, this is the white Chevy 1500 pickup truck that's in almost all my videos, and for the first time since I've owned it, since January, it's now October, it's been 10 months, I have a problem with it. And it's a pretty big problem. Here she is, and if you look underneath here, it might be hard to see, but it is leaking gas, which is so weird, beyond me. I don't understand why, but I'm gonna show you what's wrong with it and why it's leaking gas, and we're gonna attempt to take this bed off today to get to where the problem is. Now, I got in the truck a few days ago, I drove it to the store, and I smelled like a smell of a gas. Like, it was really strong, and I was so weirded out, I had no idea what was going on. I got out, it smelled even stronger. I looked under, and sure enough, there was a huge puddle there. I quickly got back in the truck, drove home, jacked the truck up, and I was able to look on top, and it looks like it's leaking from on top of the fuel tank, leaking down the side, and then it was dripping off the bottom. It looks like there's an issue with the fuel pump. I'm not sure what it is, if it's the pump itself spraying out, or if it's a line at the top that got rusted, or I don't know. We're gonna attempt to find out what it is today. I'm gonna set the camera up. We're gonna try to get this bed off. There's two ways to do it. You can either drop the tank or take the bed off. The tank's like 3/4 full. I really don't wanna drop it. I really wanna take the bed off and see what the hell is going on underneath there. So we're gonna get this bed box off. We'll clean out this junk that's in the back of the bed, and we'll start unbolting this bed. Hopefully it goes well. It's a little bit rusted under there, so hopefully all the bolts come out. But here we go. All right, guys, here is an update. We have got this thing entirely unbolted. I got some video of it. I didn't get some video of some parts. Most of the bolts came out pretty nicely with my impact gun, but then there was literally two bolts that were so rusted in there, I had to use the end of a jack, the lever, and then hook that onto a wrench, a socket wrench, and just wrench that thing off, and they both came out. So as it sits right now, the bed is unbolted. I mean, you can see it just sitting here. I'm not sure I'm strong enough to lift it off by myself. I might need a friend, but like if you get under here, well, it's hard to show. I need two hands, but it's lifting off. So let me see if taking the tailgate off alleviates some of the weight of it. Then if it doesn't, I'll just get one of my buddies to come over here and we'll lift this thing off together. Okay, wow, do I feel dumb. I was trying to lift the bed off without undoing the fuel neck. So let me take these two bolts out and this rubber grommet, and then the bed will actually be detached from the fuel neck, which is connected down to the tank. So let's do this. All right, let's do a test lift to see if I can get this thing up. Yep, she's coming good. So let me figure out how I can do this with one hand. All right, guys, so get this. We got the bed up. I had a buddy of mine help me, and I was able to find out where the heck this leak is. If you guys can see, right in there where that flashlight is, there is a stream of fuel right there that is being shot out of one of the lines going into the fuel pump. There you go, you can see it good there. So as you can see, it's literally just shooting out of that line. I'm honestly thinking it's not the best way to do it, but I want to get this thing running quick. And I really don't want to spend about $120 to $180 on a new fuel pump right now because the pump itself works. There's just a little crack in the line. I'm going to go to the store, grab something called JB Weld or something else, some sort of epoxy or some sort of resin, and I'm going to actually attempt to fix that line. We're going to clean it off, fix that line, and then hopefully tomorrow morning this thing will be back up and running. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so I just ran to the store. I grabbed this stuff. It's JB Weld, but it's the marine weld. This stuff apparently will resist chemical and petroleum, and it's waterproof. So I'm hoping this will work better than the normal JB Weld. Additionally, I just ran and grabbed some carb cleaner. That way I can spray that fitting, get it completely clean, get all the gas off, and then apply this. So I'm not sure I'll be able to get any video of me actually doing this, but I will show you guys what the results look at the end. All right, hopefully you guys can see this, but if you look right at where the little leak was, I took some JB Weld and basically just JB welded that little spot where the pinhole leak was. So we'll wait and we'll look in the morning to see after this sets up to see if it's still leaking. But I'm thinking that amount of goop on there, that should pretty much fix it up. So we'll take a look in the morning. Yo, what is up guys? We are back. It is day 2 here, and we've let that JB Weld that's on the fuel pump sit overnight. I'll get in there to show you how it looks. Hopefully you guys can take a look at that and see how that looks, but it's way in there. It's pretty firm, it's pretty hard now. I'm thinking it's gonna be all right. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is zip back down the bed, bolt it all back together, and then I'm just gonna let it sit for a few more hours to set up and really get hard, and then later today, I'll crank it over and see if this thing ends up leaking anymore. All right, before I put these bolts back in and zip the bed down, in case I ever have to get underneath this bed again, or for whatever reason, if I need to take them out again, I'm gonna use this stuff right here called Anti-Seize or Never Seize. They sell it in a can. Basically, you just take this out, brush it on the bolts, and that way they won't ever get rusted back in there. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, guys, there we go. We got the truck put back together. As you can see, the bed is on. It's looking good again. And hopefully now that fuel leak will be fixed. The good news is that if it does start leaking again, I'm almost gonna be positive to know where it's coming from. And I've been looking on eBay and Amazon and some other websites to find another fuel pump. And sometimes you can find them for like 60 bucks. So I may just buy one in the future and then redo all this again. But anyways, hopefully this will hold for the time being. If it doesn't, I'll be sure to get back to you guys, and we'll put up another video of actually replacing the pump. In the meantime, stay tuned for some more videos. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.